Hello, Earthlings. It's time to reset your cultural dial. Coming your way next on your favorite device, from the Hoosier State to all the ships at sea, it's the Crawfordsville Peachcast. And now, here's your second or third favorite Dave from Indiana, Dave Peach. Warning, other people named Dave may also appear.
Thanks, CD. This is the Crawfordsville Peachcast. I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer. Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. My voice has been off for a little bit, but you just play through it. It's kind of like an athlete. You put a wrap on it. If my voice were a leg, it would have one of those white things from the ankle all the way up to my upper thigh.
So is that like the special tape, Dave? The special tape?
My voice, my throat would have special tape on it because, it's got a lot of wear and tear. It's got to do a lot. You ask I ask a lot of my
Dave.
Voice, man.
You do. And then at home, you're expected to communicate.
That's right.
You can't just do all the sign language you picked up over the years.
Today, it is another Untoasted movie. You picked this one. Detroit.
Let's start the blames early, Dave.
Detroit native Tom Selleck, and his name is spelled with all E's.
Right, which is different than at the Butler University Bowl, correct, Dave?
How many bowl? I don't get it. Help me out of it.
Isn't the Butler Bowl now the Selleck
Oh,
Bowl?
that's right. Are they ICK?
They are ICK, Dave.
I got it. Now I get it. You got to explain things to me. It's early.
I'm sorry. I'll
it's
slow
early.
down.
1989, An Innocent Man. It's movie number 81, season 5. But before we get to the movie, something that I thought
Dave.
about, because in my mind, things are always coming into my mind.
Percolating.
They're
just
that.
coming up to the top, yeah.
And I thought about the network promo for NBC.
Okay.
You remember the network promo for NBC?
Yes.
I'm thinking about, and they had the one, Just Watch Us Now. Remember that one?
Just watch us now.
Was that ABC or was that NBC or CBS? I don't know. It was one of the networks. Was it NBC?
It was. I'll say this definitively: it wasn't CBS.
It wasn't CBS. So do a Google search real quick. Just Watch Us Now, NBC, and we will talk amongst ourselves here on
because in my head,
Crawfordsville
I see.
Peachcast. Did I thank CD?
You
Thanks,
did, Dave.
CD. Thanks, CD. Today, An Innocent Man, While Dave Looks. It's back-to-back prison movies for us. Runaway Train was the previous movie, so that's back-to-back. We tend to have these things that kind of connect.
Dave,
yes.
You're so right.
Okay.
You're so right, Dave. 1982.
Okay, NBC.
It was their campaign, NBC.
Yes, okay. NBC's campaign, Just Watch Us Now. Okay. Dave, what are my options?
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate to laugh at my own joke, but what are my options? What else can I do for you other than watch you? I mean, what?
Just watch us now.
Could I
were they worried
get
about
NBC
VCRs
tattooed on my chest or what? I mean, NBC, have NBC tattooed on your chest.
Now.
What else can I do but watch? I'm trying to think. I want options. What else could I do?
It was all about the pitch. And the pitch was supposed to be just watch.
Just watch.
And then they said, no. We've got to say more. And somebody said, well, just watch us.
Just watch us.
And then they said, and we'll show the NBC logo. And then the fourth guy came in, and he got a promotion, Dave. Because he said, no, wait a minute. Anybody could be sleeping while we're doing this. Now. Watch us now.
I'm sorry. It just kills me. Let's see. Tom Selleck was born in Detroit, thus why he wore the tiger hat on what was that show? Magnum
That would
PI.
be on Magnum PI back in the, I believe he started like 79 or 80, but when he started with the Detroit hat, it was before the Tigers got good again.
Tom Selleck is 81 right now as we tape.
Wow.
Layla Robbins, and she looks familiar. She plays Kate,
Mm-hmm.
but man, I looked, and Layla, she's 66 now. I don't see a whole lot.
Okay.
And Virgil, they snuck F. Murray Abraham in there.
Yes.
Rock Me Amadeus, right?
Rock Me Amadeus with he's a very believable prison guy. That's what I want to say.
He looked very comfortable.
Tight hair, always kind of tucked in, right?
Richard
F. Murray.
David Rash. David Rache played Mark.
That guy, yes.
Sledgehammer, which I never watched.
He was Sledgehammer.
I never watched Sledgehammer, but I loved it.
We tried. I think it was one of those, Dave, it was an 80s show during our 80s time, and it didn't last, I would say, more than a few episodes.
Richard Young, they were the bad cops, and actually there's about 17 years difference in age between these two guys, according to, I think so. I think we could look that up. Let's make sure. Look up David Rash's age, or Rache, and Richard Young. David Rash first. I think one was 44 and one was like 59 as far as birth year, though. So give me David Rash. We got time, don't we? Mike Parnell, An Innocent Man. Crime drama. It's a crime drama thriller. Drama thriller.
Dave.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so David Rash, born October 7th, 1944. We won't do math. He's also 81, Dave.
Richard Young, the other cop, I believe.
Richard Young. Now, there's a few Richard Youngs in the world, so we may have to.
You may have to go to Wikipedia and hit Danny Scalise, and then go to Richard Young, because that might get his age there. I hope you guys are having a good time out there listening to the podcast while we do this.
While we Google things.
This actually made $20 million. This movie made $20 million. Its budget was not listed on Wikipedia.
I dug, Dave.
Got it.
I dug, and guess what?
What?
The budget was $20 million.
Yes. Oh, you've got the budget.
It broke.
Oh,
yeah,
it broke even. It broke even. Okay.
But more importantly, Dave, Richard Young, the actor, the one we're talking about.
Yes.
Born in 1955.
Okay.
So he is 70 years old.
So there's 11 years difference, and they look kind of the same age.
They very much did in this movie. Yeah.
And then a guy who's got a really good voice, Baja Dejola, played John Fitzgerald.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. John Fitzgerald, the good cop, He was the internal affairs person looking into the bad cops, Dave.
Okay, it's a crime drama thriller film, as we said, and let's pay tribute to Tom Selleck with 2 E's and that mustache.
It is, no matter what, first of all, no matter what the movie brought, good and bad, Dave, that mustache was like wood.
Man.
It was like colored wood below his nose.
I think that could scrub the stains out of the sink. I mean, if he put his mustache down there and just put some
it had a
409 on there,
wool.
like a steel wool.
Yeah.
It's like hey, I got that stain out of that sink. I just used my mustache.
Dave, no matter what happened, the mustache was strong.
Okay.
And it may have been the thing that sustained him.
Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you.
There was some beautiful footage to start the movie of him working at the airport. I love that. The airport is like
the airport.
Getting the planes in. He's in.
Right,
guys.
He's doing, and we present him immediately to be this outstanding, upstanding, guy in the worker bee part of life.
Loving couple.
He's helping her study for her exam.
Get the movie. Let's see. We got air. We got water.
Where do we
Is
want
it
to start,
in
Dave?
San Francisco? Movies in San Francisco.
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
South L.A. Long Beach,
Long
and
Beach, South
I only
LA.
picked that up at the end, and then there's actually that stuff at the end is shot at an area that's like it's called the Shoreline Village that I actually have seen.
Okay, we set up with the police officers, some drugs,
Yes.
a drug bust, some shots fired, and a cardboard box of drugs. You know,
Yes,
kind
Dave.
of like a take-home sack at your local restaurant, only full of
Dave,
hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cocaine.
if you are a bad cop and you make a mistake, you've got a plan.
Did I get the leftover chicken from Cracker Barrel or the drugs? I think I might have mixed them up. I think I put the drugs in the fridge and okay. Let me switch those. Okay.
But okay, let me just my first flaw. There's maybe a few, maybe more than a few in this movie, Dave. But I want to say early on we established this guy as being important to this. Seems like a privately owned air concern, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he's important enough to these guys that the owner listens to him.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Sorry. There you go. It's okay.
Curtis Manson.
Dave's coughing. Okay.
He's
okay.
coughing.
It's
We're going
okay.
to hopefully cut that out.
It won't get.
But Dave,
Curtis, cut that out.
please cut that out. But Dave, as soon as we go to trial,
That could be our T-shirt. Curtis, cut that out.
Where was anybody from his company saying, "Look, I don't think he's doing that"? Apparently, they just gave him up, Dave.
Well, there
That's what
was
I
that.
thought.
There was that marijuana conviction when he was 18. That didn't look good.
They brought that in, and that was the closer, wasn't it? Really?
And that's and this movie, I thought I didn't see any. I should say I didn't look at any Wikipedia or IMDb or anything like that before I watched this movie, and I thought, well, perhaps this is based on a true story.
Okay,
but then I'd find out that it's not. I don't
No.
think. At least they didn't say. So a
didn't read
guy
anything
goes
that said
from
that.
zero to coke dealer.
right.
I mean,
out of
you would
nowhere.
think, out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah.
Let me tell you,
he's got all.
And his
sorts
name
of-
is Jimmy Rainwood.
Jimmy
Rainwood. I mean, that's Dave. Okay, so here's what I think. First of all, here's what you just hit on, which is probably the key to why more people don't know about this movie.
Yeah.
It pulls from a lot of tropes, right? I mean, Dave, the cops are bad, but you know what? They're really bad, Dave.
I got to write that down. That's kind of like a red herring in that one. What was that one phrase you always put the
MacGuffin, Dave?
The MacGuffin, yeah, the MacGuffin, yeah, the tropes and the MacGuffins. You got to watch those, folks.
It's just that it's exaggerated in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And maybe that doesn't help its authenticity.
kind of like a couple guys in Revenge of the Nerds, the jocks.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're the jocks and you're the nerds. We're going to do things to you and it's not going to be fair.
I mean, it's really like if that's the world, it's a scary world. That let's easy.
Hope. And they're kind of buttoned down for crooked police officers.
They are, especially when one has a kind of a cocaine issue and maybe a bit of an anger thing.
It's kind of rough here on the streets, man. Sometimes I wear, my golf shirts don't come out of the dry cleaners in time, and I have to wear. Okay, I got you. It's like tough.
Yeah,
really bad cops. More loving couple. There's a payphone. Something's going to happen. And then really the movie, I don't know if this is the MacGuffin or whatever, but the movie hinges on these guys going to the wrong address on a drug bust. Instead of 420 Oak Lane, they go to 420 Oak Street or something.
Yeah.
And it's Tom Selleck taking a shower.
Mm-hmm. Tom Selleck taking a shower. The bad cop, I think he got a little too coked up when he was getting his information and sharing his information. And then he didn't care.
No.
Part of being a bad cop is not really having a moral center.
No.
And so once they've realized their wrongs, they go to pretty extreme levels.
Yeah,
to,
they frame
Tom.
him. They frame him for for selling drugs, for shooting a police officer.
Yeah, they plant a gun on him.
Yeah. Well, I will explain here. When they came into his house, and it was the wrong house, they shot him coming out of the shower because he was holding a blow dryer.
Yes, they thought he had a gun.
So then they frame him, and I guess we can just. I wasn't that hip on the lawyer.
Right.
That he got. I didn't think that was really good, but
no.
In no short order, this guy Tom Selleck is getting his prison clothes, and he's hanging out with F. Murray Abraham, aka Virgil, in prison.
Right,
and it's not a good prison.
No, it's not a good prison, and and no one really. Okay, my first thought of, and I'm sorry, Dave, it's 1980 something. This movie's coming out. So
89.
So 89, still the 80s, but 89, Tom Selleck in prison, there's no, there's a big, cute guy with a mustache. No, Dave, there's none of that in this movie.
Not necessary. Yeah,
he immediately becomes the target of several factions that want to make him work for them, so to speak.
Yes. And F. Murray Abraham, Virgil,
yes.
takes a liking to Tom, and they become friends. Yes. And eventually, I don't want to really say what Tom has to do, but he survives prison life, and he's out.
Yeah.
He
has to adjust to several things. Now, I want to make one comment though, Dave, because we have talked about the mustache, and the mustache is key to the movie. But okay, I don't know about you. If you've ever went 30 days and said, I'm not going to shave. I'm just not going to shave for 30 days. Okay. I came close to that once. And what I found out, Dave, at this point in my life was I'll never grow a beard. I became a splotchy young prospector at best. Mm-hmm. But say Tom Selleck, who to me, looks like he could have 5 o'clock shadow, midday.
Yes.
He in this movie at one point he goes into the hole 90 days. So he's 90 days in the hole, Dave. And he came out with just about as much stubble as I would have after a couple of weeks. And he's Tom Selleck, Dave. He would have looked like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yes.
In the reel. So anyway, that was one of my issues with the authenticity.
Could have been a little more realistic as far as his presentation coming out of 90 days.
Right. I've seen Tom with a beard before. It wouldn't have freaked us out, but I think, Dave, there was something contractually that kept the mustache and facial hair at a certain height at all times.
Now, one thing about this movie, the work to, how can I say this? I mean, all the work to try to get this innocent man off through normal means are futile, because he got out of prison on parole. They never showed that the conviction was overturned.
No, in fact, when he's practicing for parole, he knows he can't even acknowledge that he's innocent. He must basically just say that I've come here, I've seen the right of my wrongs, and I've been, rehabilitated.
And then when he gets out and he's really happy,
because he's out,
here come the button-down cop saying, "Hey, buddy, you think you're gonna just?" I can't think of it. You think you're just gonna have it all, flowers and candy out of prison? It ain't gonna happen. We're gonna still be here and watching you, and you better watch it because you're on parole and you can't do it. So they didn't give up. They didn't give an inch.
No, you would think they would have other, having done this before, they would have many people. It would be not in their best interest to keep following up with the people that they wrong. But no, they felt the need to do this So then Tom realized he's never going to be free, Dave. His old friend, F. Murray Abraham, Virgil, was right. And what does he got to do, Dave?
During his prison time, Virgil kind of says, hey, do you want me to take care of these guys?
Yeah.
And Virgil has a lot of connections on the outside, and they all kind of come together. And then, I think I might have said Siskel and Ebert gave this 2 thumbs down during some of our web searches on this
yes,
on this broadcast. And it really, at the end of the movie, goes way over the top. And then after it goes over the top, it goes over the top again.
It clears the next one.
I counted 2 over the tops.
Okay, a hat on a hat.
I mean, there's just no way.
Yeah.
That you would ever do anything like this. I mean,
right.
And hopefully, we will never have, the police get the wrong address and then come in and shoot us and then put a gun in our hand.
There's a lot of things that had to happen for
Tom to
go
some
bad.
Coke and put it on the dresser and all that stuff. And then I go to prison, and then my wife tries to get me out of prison, and then I finally get out of prison, and then the cops come after me again. And I hope that never happens to me. And, really, if you're out there listening, I hope it never happens to you.
Right, folks. And we're going to, I was going to say,
and again, this movie is not based on a true story.
Not based on a true story.
Apparently, they just concocted this story. And I forgot to mention.
Well,
this is directed by Peter Yates.
Peter Yates. What do we know about Peter, Dave?
Breaking Away.
We like Peter.
He's from the UK, and he also did Bullet, Steve McQueen's Bullet.
Wow. So a pretty diverse. So kind of some. See, here's my thought when I watch this movie. First of all, folks, Dave mentioned this earlier. He did it very politely, but I'll take credit for this one.
And
the blame
$3.49 on Prime. We do not own it like we own Runaway Train.
We own Runaway Train, and folks, I got to say, if we're going to have to own one Runaway Train, we could justify. We could never justify owning an innocent man.
No, but thank goodness we are helping Prime, because I hear they could use the money.
Right, things are shaky there. I think they're
might go away at any time.
They're counting the billions with shovels. How many shovels? No, Dave, here's what I think. My theory on this entire movie is this. This was on the shelf, Dave.
Who else besides us pays $3.49 to watch this thing?
I think it's a very small group of people. There's some women that are like Tom Selleck freaks.
I think they've got this list of movies, and they go, okay. Beach
and Meyer will pay.
Miller's Crossing, $4.49. There it is.
Meyer will pay for
that.
We set the market,
We're
Dave.
Going to make a lot of money off these podcasters in Indiana.
I think, Dave, that somebody wrote this script and somebody decided it was okay, and they put it on the shelf, and they said, you know what? This is going to be a great vehicle for, blah, 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 making somebody who's this into that. Whatever they thought this was going to do to make we're going to show Tom Selleck to be a guy in prison? Kinda, yeah. Dave, I don't think it wasn't a formula America was attracted to, let's just say.
No, and, he didn't really have the prison look ever. He was still Tom Selleck. Even in the end, when he's like playing basketball, when he's already gone through a bunch of stuff, I'm playing basketball
and his hair
now.
was, he looked more comfortable being the prison guy, but he still looked like the most put together prison guy.
It really, when it comes down to it, this was really just a puffed up TV movie.
Absolutely,
with cussing,
violence
and
that you couldn't.
Violence,
you couldn't have on the tube at 89.
An innocent man, Tom Selleck. His movie career. Kind of give me your thoughts on his movie career. 3 Men and a Baby, Quigley Down Under, some westerns.
Yes, some western. In and Out is another one that's probably critically acclaimed. Kevin Kline. I think it's a mixed, his moving career. I do believe between Quigley and 3 Men and a Baby and In and Out, he probably, from a financial standpoint, Tom's probably been much more successful than not. He hasn't done a ton of movies, and I think he's a TV guy. He's really had 2 long careers with Magnum and Blue Bloods, kind of at the bookends of his career. And people, the thing is with Tom Selleck, people know this. This is like famous, legendary lore. He was Steven Spielberg's choice to play Indiana Jones, and he wanted to do that, but CBS would not let him out of the contract to do the movie. So if they would have his movie career, probably, Dave, because you could see him in that role. Would he have been as iconic? Who knows? But I could see him playing Indiana Jones.
He does have good voiceover game.
And he has enough not take yourself so seriously, I think. Some stars can't really do that, I guess, but he could do that. I mean, I think he's probably, from what I've read and I think he has like a pretty good sized piece of land in California. And even when he was doing Blue Bloods, his schedule allowed him to be home a lot. He's probably, because, TV is more scheduled in how it's produced as opposed to movies. He's probably had a much more balanced life as a TV star with a decent movie career than, if he'd had a bigger movie career.
Okay, let's go around the horn. 3 Men and a Baby. The probability of these guys being on The Masked Singer. So let's bring it to 2026. Now, if you know anything about The Masked Singer, okay.
And I know just enough.
Tom Cruise is not going to be on The Masked Singer.
That's a good way to start.
But Tone Loc was.
Could be.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Joe Buck, Terry Bradshaw.
Yes.
Rob Gronkowski.
Right.
I think, so give me a probability of Tom Selleck being on The Masked Singer, 0 to 100.
0 to 100, with 100 being
the max,
probable.
Yeah.
I would say Tom would be at about a 7.
No, he'd be a 0. I've watched every episode of the show. I've watched every episode of the show.
Okay.
I guess I go 0.1. 0.1%.
I was going to say Ted Danson might be 10.
I tell you what. Now I'm saying Ted Danson. I'm going 20. I'm going 21 on Ted Danson
21.
Because he has gone into that.
He has a podcast.
He has gone into that senior cell phone dealio.
Right.
TV.
No, and as I've tried to convince my mom, who believes him, that I don't think their basic all their services are here in the U.S.
Steve Guttenberg,
Dave.
0 to 100.
Ooh,
chance that he would be on The Masked Singer.
I can't put it below 94. 94, Dave.
You think he's a prime candidate?
No, here's what I think. I think he's 94% sure he would go without consulting anyone when asked.
If he was asked,
yeah.
But
you're right. Fox might say, "What? Who else who are else in the G's?"
So you're saying Gutenberg wouldn't have the game to be on the show, that they wouldn't be able to figure him out.
I think now he does some Instagram stuff, Dave, and I think he's probably well liked among people in California, but he doesn't. There was a time, Dave, when you and we couldn't turn on a television set without some kind of Steve Guttenberg connection happening.
Well, let me throw one guy out there to kind of give you a frame of reference.
Give me the best.
Well, the recent one was Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, don't break my heart, Dave.
It's been a while since he's had a hit.
Yeah.
Famous daughter.
Very famous.
And, what, 25 years, since something.
Dave,
so,
okay.
So there's where they
hair.
are. There's where they are. Leanne Rimes, Mass Singer.
Yes. Okay, good.
But somebody like Carrie Underwood, never.
Not
I don't
too,
think she, never.
too much
I mean,
on
no,
the heat.
No. She's still got. You almost have to be kind of on the down low of the career, but yet at one point you were well known.
You have to have some spark. So, okay, so my only frame of reference then, how do you like Dancing with the Stars? Where do is it in that general zone?
I would say that's kind of in the, I would say it's in that, it's right there. Because
people get
maybe a little less than Dancing with the Stars. Maybe a little less.
So would Emmett Smith, if he could sing, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Would we see
Emmett Smith would be prime candidate for Dancing with the prime candidate for Masked Singer. Here's the deal. If I had time, Dave, here's what I would do.
Yes,
because I'm watching the show, the Masked Singer show, which has nothing to do with an innocent man, but and I want to know if this person has been on the show.
Sure, exactly.
But I don't want to. I don't want to search too much because I always watch the show delayed, and I don't want to because one time I blurted out, "It's Candace Cameron Bure's been on The Masked Singer," and she was revealed that night, and the family started throwing things at me, and they went all ballistic. They go, "I can't believe you ruined Candace Cameron Bure. Now we know who it is. This evening is ruined."
Dave.
So I can't look while I'm guessing. So it's really a hindrance because I have to think in my mind, okay, is Steve Gutenberg? And they told me, Matthew did check, and he said Steve Gutenberg has not been on The Masked Singer. So they were able to do that. But
I like that.
Now that's a little bit more
94%.
than that. One song that I note on the Innocent Man soundtrack, When the Night Comes, Joe Cocker.
Yeah, no, this was out of nowhere. First of all, this movie starts in a very 80s way and ends in a very 80s way, right? And then there's Joe Cocker, who was on a lot of those, soundtracks.
He was on that movie Wonder Years. He was on the TV show Wonder Years, the opening theme. It was a cover. I mean, obviously
the song had the song had as much to do with the movie.
Cover. It was a cover. Yeah, it's all that. Everything I said was correct about Joe Cocker and the Wonder Years.
Right, but like The Masked Singer, nothing to do with the movie.
No. Okay. Next up, another movie of your choice because it sure wasn't mine. We go to the 90s. We go to the 90s for three straight. The first one, you got Miller's Crossing.
Oh, I'm excited, Dave.
And then another Costner, Tin Cup.
Tin Cup. We're going to see Brian Hammonds on the big screen.
Living, and then 1990. That's 1996, and then Living in Oblivion, 1995. You picked that one.
Yeah, that's Dave. Now, I want your take on that independent movie, famous in my industry. We'll see what our take is of it on 2026.
Miller's Crossing coming up next as far as the Untoasted series on the Crawfordsville Peachcast. And Dave, they can find us on crawfordsvillepeachcast.podbean.com.
It's one of the favorite things I say to people occasionally, which is that you can find us on crawfordsvillepeachcast.podbean.com. Now, I should say, I don't want to downplay the Podbean thing, but I hope that you have downloaded the Fork Media app. Oh, yes, I have, Dave.
And when you go to the Crawfordsville radio stations, WIMC, WCDQ, WCBL, you can readily find the Crawfordsville Peachcast. The latest episode is right there. There it is. Dave's got it. He's showing it on his phone there. And so you can listen to all the Fork Media stations, including the Crawfordsville ones. And, of course, we're on at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning on WIMC 103.9 right there on the radio. Like, share, and subscribe. We're also on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, and, of course, Podbean. Until next time, America, I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer.
Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Thank you for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast. If you enjoyed it, follow the podcast and ring the bell so that way you'll always be up to date with the newest episodes. We'll see you next time.